this is a gentle yoga class, or if you're just starting. So let's bring ourselves to the front of the mat, and we're going to stand still, close your eyes, just bring yourself to the moment, let go of your busy thoughts. And then take your palms away from your body, inhale up, exhale down. If you can't go all the way up with your arms, you just go to where you can. If you just go this far, that's fine. Just go up and down. 3 more. Then open your eyes, twist side to side, like your arms are empty coat sleeves, just swinging side to side. Good. Then step your feet apart, mat width, distance. Have your hands at heart center. Take an inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, twist. Anytime you do a twisting motion, try to tighten your abs. That'll help protect your back. Back to center. And now we're going to just step even a little further apart and just back and forth like this. Warm your legs up now. Get ready for some nice stretches, and everything is, when you're breathing, you're supporting your organs, you're increasing your circulation to all parts of your body, getting oxygenated blood to all the areas. So now stop that motion, come to your front of your mat, and then inhale up again, exhale down. Good. Now we're going to step the right foot forward and the left foot back. So you want to have your knee over your ankle, don't let it go forward too much, and have this leg back with your foot out on an angle. So this is for warrior 1. We inhale up, keep your knee bent. Again, only go as high as you can with your arms. I know you may have had surgery or you have pain. Always only go as far as you can and down. So inhale up, exhale down. Now we're going to straighten the leg. Inhale, exhale. Arms out to the side, up and down. Inhale, exhale. So you're stretching, you're strengthening, all at the same time. Toning, you just have to do regular, and then that's good. Now we'll stop, hands heart center, take an inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale. Remember, tighten your ab on your twist, your abs. Go gently. And again, if you only go this far, that's fine. You have to listen to your body. Don't worry about what the instructor's doing, if it's something you hate doing or that doesn't work for your body. Okay? You can always improvise. You could always just stand still and breathe and move your arms. Just make it comfortable for yourself. Make it enjoyable. Okay, now your left foot stays front and your right foot goes back. You want to have, say it's like a railroad tracks, so your feet are apart. They're not lined up in one in front of the other. Okay, so now inhale, straighten your legs. Exhale, down, bend forward and reach behind you. Inhale, bend your knee, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Up, down. Bring your hands toward each other in the back also. One more. And step front, walk it out. Okay. Now we're going to do with our feet further apart. Again, they'll be off the mat and that's fine for this. We're going to do something called goddess pose. So bring your knees out to the sides. I'm going to show you to the side. You're kind of tucked under a little bit, not have your butt sticking out. Okay. So now goddess pose is your arms are out in a 90-degree angle there at your elbows. Inhale up, straighten your arms, and then pull it down. Again, now if that doesn't work, go front. Inhale, exhale. And if that doesn't suit you, have your arms down and do bicep curls. That works too. The main thing is also with your legs. You keep going while I'm talking. Okay, just keep going like that. You don't have to go as far down. You'll get there eventually. If this is as far as you can go, just do that. Okay, so this is kind of instructional, and I can do the next yoga class I do for you. I won't talk as much. We'll just do the yoga. Okay, so stop that motion, having your hands on both knees, bend forward. I'm going to show you from the side, and we're going to do like a standing cat and cow pose. Inhale, your head up, belly down, shoulders back, and then arch your back. Tighten your abdomen. Inhale, exhale. In, out. In, out. One more. Good. Now let your hands slide down your legs for a forward fold. Again, you go as far as you can. Bring your head toward the floor. Just breathe here. Or if you want to reach down more, like so, you'll be working towards that. Okay, so just do what you can. Come down, and if this is as far as you can bend over, that's fine. You listen to your body, come up. I'm just going to keep repeating that all the time. Okay, now behind your back, and clasp your hands. Take an inhale, exhale. Inhale, lean back, exhale. Now for this, it's going to be like a standing ab crunch. So you come back, inhale. Now tighten your abdomen and lean forward a little bit. Inhale, tighten. Good. Two more. to the front of the mat again. Walk it out. Okay, let's stop that motion. Have your feet at the front of your mat, and we're going to step back with the left foot. This time, also, sort of like those railroad tracks where your foot would be on one and your other foot on the other. Good. And we're going to turn to the side. Now bring your feet in line with each other. So you're going to look over your hand that's in front and take a breath here. Your knee is bent. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Find a focus point. You should always do that in your poses. Find that focus point and breathe. Then your palm goes up. Look up. And breathe here. Again, if you can't raise your arm that high and you can only go this high, no problem. Just do it. Then we're going to bring that arm to your knee and the other arm up. Look up. Take a breath. This is Warrior 2. This is Warrior 2. This is Revolved Warrior. So now inhale up, look up, exhale down and across. Up and there. Good. And down. 2 more. Back. Now I'm going to step front. So what I say is windmill your arms to the front. So you're like that and step. I hope you're liking it so far. So now your left foot stays front and your right foot goes back. Good. Shoulders are back. And bring your arms apart, bring that right foot back. Heels are lined up for this one. Warrior 2, knee is bent. And try to not have it front, keep it more in line with your other knee. Look forward, inhale, exhale. In. Come up, take 2 breaths. Back to Warrior 2, then that arm to your leg and the other arm up. Breath here. Now sometimes people don't like to lean on that arm. If you can't go that far, you just come up to where you can. Come down, arms are out. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Change. We'll come down and windmill to the front of the mat, walk it out. Now we're going to do a tree pose. I may have done this in the other video, not sure. But if your balance is still a little iffy, keep your big toe on the floor. Okay. Your knees should be out to the side, like so, not towards the front. Try to work on getting it to go back so that it's lined up with the other leg as much as you can. Okay. So your hands are at heart center, and you can play with that balance. Good. Or another option, you can bring your foot up. Just never bring your heel onto your knee, always below or above. But I like to stay at the lower part with the foot. You could also be at a wall to hang on or have a broom handle. Eventually, if you're not balancing, and you may be able to at this point, but right now, you want to find a focus. Have your foot in your position here. Inhale up and hold your pose. I'd like you to work up to getting to 3 breaths and then down. And you'll feel a big difference in those legs from the one you balanced on and the other one. Okay, so now this side. Inhale. And down. So I always tell people, you can practice while you're brushing your teeth, just, any time. It's so good for you to do that. Okay. And now we're going to work our way down to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down. You can bend those knees. Step back to downward dog. Take a breath here. And blow out. Let your neck relax. Shake your head no. Take an inhale. Now I'm going to show you from the side what I'm doing here. You want to have your bottom go back toward the back wall and your arms in line with your ears. That's what you're working toward. If you can't, it's okay. You just do what you can. You might start out like this. And I like to have people walk their dog, so you're alternating lifting your heel up and down, up and down. Good, just like that. But you do want to try to get that bottom back and your elbows next to your ears. That's what you're working toward. Then come down onto your hands and knees. And we're going to do a cat and cow here. So now it is, I'll go to the side again. You can just stay on your mat. Inhale, head up, belly down, shoulders back. Exhale, round. Chin toward your chest. Inhale. And then as you exhale, tighten your abs, stretch those shoulder blades apart. Let's stay here and breathe. And change. Now come up. Inhale. If you've had back problems in the past, you may not be able to do as high, so you just do what you can. Just go in an easier, less aggressive. Okay, so now on your hands and knees, we're going to take one arm and the opposite leg. Now you can rest your foot on the floor if that's better for you, but I want you to come up and down just to where you can, if that is okay, and down. If that's not, if this isn't good, just leave it down, maybe pick it up an inch. That's fine, an inch. And then eventually it'll get easier and you can lift high. You want to try to stretch completely out from the center of your body. So now we'll do the other side, opposite arm, leg, and down. Inhale up, exhale down, and up, and down, up, and down. Good. And now we'll come back to center, and we're going to lie down onto our belly. But first, I'm going to show you puppy pose. So puppy pose is with your forearms resting on the floor. And then you bring your bottom back, and this is puppy pose. Take a breath. If you can let your forehead rest down. And also know, if you get a yoga block, that's nice to have. I better bring this down a little. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So anytime, say in child pose, if you see instructors come and have their head resting down, that is hard if you haven't done it. So you take a block, a yoga block, which they might be like $5 or something at the dollar store, or Five Below, and you can rest your head on there, or a pillow, that's fine. It's just that your head won't sink into it here. Good. And then come up. Now we're going to do a seated spinal twist before we lie onto our belly, okay? So we'll come to seated, legs are straight out. Okay, and I want to have the block behind you. We're going to sit up nice and straight. Take your hand behind you. It doesn't matter which, if you're following me, just go to the same side. This is behind. Sit straight, looking toward your toes. Take an inhale, and then exhale to twist. So you have your hand on the block back here. It's a lot easier than if you're leaning and you're having trouble with that. I know a lot of people like to have the block behind them. It keeps you up straight, and that's what you want for your spine when you're doing a twist, and also to tighten your abdomen. So look forward and inhale. Exhale. Twist. Good. And breathe here and hold here. This is very good for nourishing your spine, getting the circulation in there. Also, twisting motions are good for cleansing, stimulating the organs, the internal organs, giving them thanks for all they do. Now come around, put the block under your other arm behind you, and then look forward, take an inhale, and exhale, twist. just got a burp out of there. That happens a lot. Good. And then still keep your spine as high or as tall as you can, nice and straight. The block can be used either way. If you need more height, hold it that way. Okay. And then do 2 more breaths here. And slowly come around and bend your knees and give them a hug. And come up. And now we'll bring the legs back and lie onto the belly. So have your legs hip width apart and have your hands next to your boobies. Your elbows are pointed back. Take an inhale and lift without pushing on your hands, and down. Up and down. Up and down. Even if you only come up an inch or half an inch, it doesn't matter. It does mean that you should go to your edge to, as long as you're not feeling pain, that's okay. And down. Now have your arms by your sides with your palms up, and inhale to raise your arms toward the ceiling, your palms toward the ceiling, and down. Up, down. Always come down gently. Don't let them just flop. That's good. Now up and again. And down. Good. And then bring your hands front. Rest your forehead on your fingers. And we're going to raise just the right leg. Inhale up, exhale down. You can have your toes pointed. I'll show you. Up and down. Even if it's just an inch, again, and down. Up and down. And then the other side, up, good. Now we'll come back. I'm coming back to center. And let's come up to our hands and knees. Bring your knees wide, toes touch, and we're going to come back to child pose. Now this might be hard for you. Again, use a block or a pillow for your head. If your arms can't reach out like that, just keep them by your sides. You can rest on your elbows. Child pose is supposed to be a relaxation pose, so like if there's something that we're doing and it's too much, in any class, if it's too much, you always can just go to child pose and take a breath. And then go back to, that's if you need to take a break. But I like to do that to transition to another, after being on our belly or our knees, I like to do child for just to stretch out. So now we'll come sitting position. Have your hands on your knees here and bring your boobies forward. Pull your shoulders back and then relax. Now let's just side to side. If you can sit cross-legged, that's fine. I don't know if that works for you, but anytime an instructor does that, and I know like Pat, when she had her knees done, we didn't do anything on the knees. So yoga can be always made for someone, no matter what's wrong with them. You can make it work for yourself. Okay, shake your legs out. And now we're going to lie onto our back. So I'm going to bring this down. And, okay. So your knees are bent. Your feet are hip width apart, and for bridge pose, eventually you'll be like this. If you can't go that high, just lift your bottom up off the mat, because this can make your hamstrings really sore. I think the next day, that might be what's been bothering you. Without talking to you, it's hard to know. So this is, and if that's too much, you can just do a pelvic tilt, tightening your abdomen and relaxing. But eventually, you want to squeeze your bottom as hard as you can and then relax, coming down, up and down. This one's great for your back. It's great for your legs. Abdomen, it's just, if you ever had physical therapy, you did this for something. Okay, this is awesome to do also. Knees to your chest, it's so good for your back. Kendra can do, I should do a video for Kendra. Okay, so like that. And now to stretch the hamstrings, take a scarf or a strap around one foot. Keep the other leg bent, the other knee bent. If you can't go up that high, say you can only go this high till it's really, really pulling. You only want to go to where you feel the stretch, not pain. And then relax your knee. Straighten again, take it to your edge. Now you don't want to hyperextend the knee. Keep it a little bit bent as you bring it toward you. You'll feel it down in there. And it is important to stretch your hamstrings. And that's good for your back also. Everything's connected. Tight hamstrings affect your knees, your back, many, even your hips. So now, the other leg. Eventually, you'll want to straighten the other leg and you'll feel the stretch even more in your hamstrings. But for now, I think you should keep the opposite knee bent. Come down. And then up. Awesome. Okay, now we'll undo that. And let's have the arms out by your sides, away from your sides. And we're going to have the feet and knees together. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the side. And again, only go a few inches if that is better. Okay, back to center. Inhale and to the opposite side. Breathe. And again, other side. Back to center, other side. Okay. And now I'd like to do knee to chest. If you take the strap and bring it behind your knee, you can pull that way and then foot to the mat. And this one, if you want to get more of a stretch, you'll straighten the opposite leg and you'll feel that more. But this also, when you have the compression of, your thigh toward your belly, that is good for your organs. And I know with your diabetes, with your pump, if that's there, it's going to be hard too. But just come to your edge, like so, and down. You do want to feel a stretch. And relax. You can also use your hands if you don't want to use the scarf, and down. And then the other side. And keep that opposite knee bent if your back is an issue. Very good. Now, I like to have our elbows bent at 90 degrees, like so. Have your head resting down, your knees are bent, and just push those elbows gently into the floor and relax. Push down gently and relax. Push and relax. One more. That's counteracting reaching forward all the time. You're kind of isometrically pulling back. Okay. So now let's go into Savasana, and that's our relaxation pose. So I'm gonna make you dizzy here. Okay. You can lie onto your back, and I'm just gonna talk you through a relaxation. So lie onto your back. It's nice to have a blanket for that. I know your Abby's probably going to be your blanket, but you can just lie onto your back, have your eyes closed, put a blanket, have a pillow, put your socks on, whatever, just to make yourself comfortable. It's just a few minutes to let the postures that you did work for you before you just get up and start running off. Let yourself relax. You're on your back, eyes are closed. Take an inhale. And in. And now just lie there. You can have music on. I like to have like a relaxation radio on. Pandora is what I listen to when I do yoga. I couldn't do both. Doing the video, I can't play music at the same time on there, but that's nice to have. So bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. We're just going to do a few minutes here. Notice these feet and all they do for us, taking us everywhere, holding us up all day long. It's nice to put them up the wall if you can, to get them out from under you. Like when we stretched our hamstrings, it's you think about the blood just rushes to your feet all the time, and getting them up is so good for your circulation. So your attentions to your feet and your toes, come to your ankles, to your hips. Notice each leg lying on the floor, relaxed after its work and its stretching. They're both so relaxed now. You can always put a pillow under your knees if that's better for your savasana. Then notice from your hips to your shoulders. That's your torso area. Send healing and love to all that goes on there. Your breathing, your heart, all of your organs. It's this time to take appreciation when we take so much for granted sometimes, you know. So now from your shoulders to the tips of your fingers, your arms are relaxed. Thanks to these arms for all they do in a day's time. From your shoulders to your neck, send some warmth and love to those tight areas in your shoulders and your neck. From your neck to the top of your head, notice all of your senses in that small area. Appreciation for our ability to see. Think of a beautiful color that you love, or a flower. Really notice it. And then your sense of hearing. If you're playing music, hear that music. Take time to say thanks for your hearing. Your sense of smell, thinking of an aroma that you love. Sense of taste. Peanuts. Peanuts are good to taste. I had to throw that in there. Elephants like peanuts too. So, also then your sense of touch. Think of those ears on your puppies. I'd always loved that. At night I would pet Rosie's ears. They were so soft, and that's cool. So now from the tip of your head to the tip of your toes, you're relaxed. You moved every muscle and every joint. You nourished every cell in your body with your inhales, released what you didn't need with your exhales. So roll on to your right side and then come up to seated. Sending peace and love and healing to this whole world. to everyone we know and to ourselves. Hands to heart center. I wish you good health, peace, and happiness. Namaste. I hope you liked your class. I'll do one without all the instruction and just do the motions. Maybe tomorrow morning I can do that one. But I just want you to know with going to your edge, you can do any video if you just do it with an open mind and know that you don't have to do everything exactly the way the instructor is. Okay, I love you. Take care.